Oh my God, I had ice cream earlier. My weakness. Hey guys, happy Thursday. Let me try to figure out if there's any possible way. Wait a second. Let me look at this ring light. Hold on a second. I know you guys think I'm crazy right now. Oh, I need a box. Y'all, I don't have anything together. Um, what other room? My kids are in the other room. I guess I just won't be at my desk. I mean, this is a little bit better, right? That's how dark this room is right now. I have one light. Um, the struggle's real. Okay, this is a little bit better. Not that I'm anything to look at right now. Trust me, like a shower has not been in my vocabulary for 2 days. So whatever, right? Um, it's busy season. Welcome, you guys. Happy Thursday. So first of all, I want to know in the chat how many people are new. How many of you guys are within your first 2 months? Put in a chat. Let us know. Um, I'm just kind of trying to get an idea of how many people we're getting on. Oh, that's so exciting! Woohoo! 11 days, Erica. Oh my gosh, you are in the right place at the right time. 30 days, Jessica. Sweet. Yay. Okay, we're getting our new people on. That is good, good, good. Um, First of all, well, then I guess you might not even know who I am. I'm Lisa Fuller. I'm one of your uplines. How are you guys tonight? Not quite 30 days. Jan, oh my gosh, girl. It's exciting times, Jessica. I know. Ooh, Rhonda, first 30. Yes. Well, first of all, welcome and congratulations. I hope some of you guys were able to get your VIP bonuses. But if not, then that's okay, because we have lots of people that don't get those bonuses that still go on to become millionaires in this company. So just keep sticking with it. I always say be on the 5 to 7 year plan. That is the plan, right? Every business takes time. And so will this one. This is no different than if you were to open a restaurant or a hair salon. It's going to take time, right? It's going to take time to grow your network, your business, make money, and all of those good things. So just know you're in the right place at the right time, right company, all the right things. We're still a baby. Lavelle is still a baby, which is super exciting. I always say we're pioneers. When you look at companies, like ones we've heard of before, like Mary Kay. I mean, these are companies that have been around years and years and years and years. And we are just 8 years old, going into 9 years. So it's exciting. And just like one of our CEOs said on stage when we were just in Cabo, he said, if you all think that we have come out with our best stuff, you are naive. Like, we haven't even seen it yet. And we're all going to be here to witness that and bring people in to change their lives. And we've got a lot of people on this Zoom, as I was scrolling through the names, that have changed their lives a big time with these products, and especially with the comp plan. A lot of you, I see you. We've got a lot of people on that have grabbed bonuses already. So that is so exciting. Okay, so tonight I wanted to really dive into building your network, because I have had so many people over the last couple weeks in my inbox trying to figure out and kind of pinpoint why they might not be moving as fast as they want to move, or why they are stuck in a spot. And it always boils down to the same thing. And even if you're brand spanking new, one of the things you need to learn right out of the gate is you've got to start building your network now, because your friends, your family, your acquaintances that you have now coming into Lavelle, they're not going to be the ones that get you to where you want to go. They're just not. Even if you have a super supportive friends and family right now that are jumping in with you, eventually those people that want to sign, they're going to sign. And then you're going to be sitting here like, okay, what's next? And if you haven't been constantly building your network, if you haven't been building that network, then you're going to see these really huge ups and downs in your business, and a lot more downs than ups if you're not constantly building your network. And so, where a lot of people are at, and where a lot of people are seeing a struggle right now, and why a lot of people may not be seeing growth in their business, is because they have not been building their network. When you see people like on the top of these leaderboards grabbing these crazy, I mean, I look at Twins team and I look at them and I think, holy cow, here's a team that's been in a couple years and they dominate the leaderboard all the time. Like, they don't slow down. They're constantly bringing in new people. They're constantly growing your network. And I would just bet if we ask Twin and Jackie and all the amazing people on that team, they will tell you they're constantly growing their network. They don't stop. They don't just go, okay, they didn't come into Lavelle and think, all right, these are my friends and family, and that's it. They have been nonstop in growing their network. They had to have been, and they have to keep being, in order to constantly bringing in new people. You guys think about it. I don't know about you guys, but before I got into this business, I had like 10 friends. I think I had 100 Facebook friends. I had a super small family. If I literally would have just counted on the people that I knew to change my entire life financially, and I wouldn't have been adding to my network all the time, I never would be where I am today. There is no possible way. And so, what I really want to dive into tonight is how to build your network. And I'm hoping, because I've had 2 really long, busy days where I have not even been on social media that much. So I'm hoping, and I didn't get a chance to ask, but I'm hoping some of the amazing women we have on tonight will jump in and share. But at the end of the day, if you're stuck right now, that's why. End of story. I don't know how to convey this any more than I possibly can. You can know all of the things. You can know every ingredient in every product. You could be the thriver of the year. You could wear 10 patches a day and post on social media 80 times a day. You could be literally on every Zoom there was, and diving into YouTube and watching every video, and you could be the master thriver of the year. And you will still next year be right where you are today if you don't grow your network. And so when you see people like, Brittany Strike, who, on the day that bonuses were announced, signed 8 people with an 800 pack. When you see people on these leaderboards with PPAs of 30, 40, 50 consistently, I promise you that they are growing their network. And the bottom line is that they're growing it significantly. They're not adding one person a day. They're not adding 2 people a day. They're adding lots of people every day. Now, I know a lot of you guys are going, okay, Lisa, I got a full-time job. I got 5 kids. Like, I got an hour a day to invest into Lavelle. And I have so much time to be doing this. Here's the deal. Everyone starts there. Everybody started there. The difference between a Twin or a Brittany Strike, or these are just people up top of my head that like constantly, Stacy Weisenberger, the difference between these people that always have PPAs is that they make sure. I mean, Stacy Weisenberger runs a daycare in her home, you guys. She has toddlers running around her house. She has 0 time during the day. Do you know what she does? And do you guys see her face everywhere? Yes, because she's smart with her time. Because if she has to get up early, she does. If she has to go to bed later, she does. It's the sacrifices we're willing to make when we set a goal in order to be able to get there. So with your hour, let's say that you have an hour. What are you doing with that hour? Because if you're doing this with that hour, getting on this Zoom, that's awesome. I'm glad you're plugging in. However, if that's all you're doing, unfortunately, watching me talk for an hour is not going to make you money. Now, watching me talk and then applying what I tell you to do to your business, now that's going to make you money, but just watching me is not going to make you money. So somewhere in there, you've got to be able to figure out, what am I doing with my time? And when we write out you guys hear me talk about a 6 list a lot. I'll always say, every night before you go to bed, write out 6 things you've got to do the next day for your business that are income producing. I want to push a little bit further. I want you to pretend that posting on Facebook about your business, in your stories, on Instagram, that's a given. Okay. We already know this, right? You've got to be a thriver. You need to show people you're using the product. You need to show people stories. That's a given. Okay. Again, that's not going to make you money if you're not growing your network because there's no one to look at it. Right. So that's a given. We have to do that. We're running a business. Anybody running a business, whether I owned a restaurant, whether I owned a salon, I'm going to go to my Facebook page and talk about my business. That's what people do. I'm going to go to Instagram and talk about my business. That's what people do. So that's a given, right? I shouldn't even have to put that on my list of things to do tomorrow because I'm such a robot that now I know I need to do this, right? I don't need to um write down that I need to be on tomorrow night's Zoom because I just know that I'm going to be on tomorrow night's Zoom, right? Okay. But what I do need to make sure that I'm doing every day and being super intentional about, and what I do with most of my time, okay, so there's my personal business and then there's my team, right? My personal business gets done first, and then it's what does my team need, right? Because if I stop doing what I need to do, eventually my network is going to stall out. And eventually, I'm not going to be leading by example because I'm not going to be signing anybody. So every day for 1 hour, my business is dedicated to adding new people and then connecting with those new people. And in that time frame, connecting with the people that I added yesterday and the day before that and the day before that. Because here's the deal, you guys. If I add 10 people today to my network from like a Facebook group, let's say, if I add them today but never go connect with those people, the relationship cannot be built. Facebook, whether I added them as a friend or not, is never going to show them my posts because Facebook is saying they don't really like each other. They never interact. So Facebook automatically is going to start showing my stuff to the people I do interact with all the time. And who are those people? Thrivers. They're thrivers. I'm interacting in my messenger with people. I'm interacting in all my Facebook groups for my business. Those are all thrivers. I'm writing on their timelines. Congratulations on this promotion. Welcome, Susie. All thrivers. So you guys, we have got to switch up what we're doing because my fear for everyone here is that you do love Thrive. You see your goals and your vision. You do understand what it takes, but yet you're still not doing the right thing. And there's a lot of you that have been in 3, 4, 5 years. I'm not so much worried about brand new people because their network, they've got a whole network still to to be interacting with that don't know about this yet, but that will run out. That's why now it's imperative that even if you are new, that you are getting in the habit of getting into Facebook groups, learning how to friend requests, learning how to get in people's inboxes and on their timelines and how to build those relationships. But more than that, those of you that have been in 2, 3, 4, 5 years, all your time needs to be spent besides when you're helping your team. I get that you've got to help them, but your time on your personal business needs to be spent growing your network. And I promise you, if I spend a week with you, every single one of you stuck right now, it is the reason you are stuck. There is no other reason. I promise you, the reason you are stuck is because you are either growing it so slowly, or you're growing it too big and you're not interacting with people, or you're not growing it at all. You're skipping that part, right? You're so involved in all the busy work with getting on the Zooms and watching the videos and studying the products and wearing the patches and posting on the Facebook that you are not adding to your network. I know we've had this on a topic like this. We have many times. We have had how to build your network, how to get into Facebook groups, how to expand that network, how to build relationships with people. The problem is people aren't doing it. And the problem is those same people right now are stuck. And it is because you are not growing your network. It's because you're getting too caught up in the busy work. If you guys know the 80-20 rule, the 80-20 rule states that what you do and what everyone does in life is we end up spending 80% of our time with the 80% of people not doing anything. And what happens is the 20% of people doing something, we get neglected. They kind of get neglected because all of our time is being soaked up by people that are complaining or people that are, and this is just in life, right? You feel like you're on the phone with that one friend that just never is happy and there's always something going on in her life and you don't get to spend time with your fun friends, right? Like this is just everything in life. So the 80-20 rule states that what you have to do is flip that into, I need to start spending 80% of my time with the 20% of people that are doing something, that aren't complaining, that are ready to run, that are ready to do this. And this the same thing for your network. You have got to be spending 80% of your personal time in your business working in that central area of people that are going to want this, not wasting your time interacting with people that are never going to want to thrive. So, dude, we've got leaders on here, and you know what? Maybe I don't know, Twin. I didn't even ask you, but you are constantly building your network. Maybe I don't know. Do you want to speak on this because your team is so good at it, and maybe give some tips on what you guys do to build it every day? Because you if you look at twins, anybody under twin, if you guys go look at their Instagram, their Facebook, their stories, you all want to be like them. You want to be part of, you want to be around these people. Like they're like the fun people, they're always doing something. And I promise you, twin is not always doing something. Twin has a family, twin has things going on, but twin every day makes her Facebook look like she's doing something, whether she's laying in her damn bed. Well, I
Well,
know you
thank
went on
you,
a trip
Lisa.
every day of the week.
Thank you, Lisa. Talking about building my network, like while you were talking, I literally just started following like 15 new people, and whoever's profile that I land on that I can like spark a conversation with, which was this one girl, she had a picture of her boots. And I just messaged her. I'm like, hey, I messaged her. I'm like, hey, these boots are really nice. Like been looking for something similar. Can you tell me where you got it? And I'm just gonna keep building a conversation from there. And that's like literally what I do every day to build my network. Go on customers friends list, and I start going down the list and I see who is not thriving and I start following them. And whoever that I can see that might need the Thrive experience or like has a really nice profile, or I can like have something that can relate with me where I can carry on a conversation, I would just continue to kind of like talk to them and make sure that, that I am in their stories, or like, because of the whole algorithm, Facebook is the same thing. If you don't want to interact with people, they never see your story, they never see your post. So yeah, that's what I try to do. It's like the 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, but I don't actually keep count. I literally just blast out a whole bunch of like follows, like, and comments, and I would slide into their DMs too.
Yeah, it's like the 5, 4, 3, 2, 1 on crack, because you're like doing it so much. Like while we're doing this, Twin is multitasking and friend requesting 15 new people, because she knows that in order to continue to do what she's doing in this business, she has to constantly be doing this over and over and over and over and over again. I think we're all making it so hard in our heads and complicated. It's like, oh my God, what do I say? And then how do I start the conversation? And then what do I do? No, you guys, it is all about, and I'm sure Twin, you're probably like looking at people's Facebook pages and going, okay, do I want to friend this person?
For sure, you have to.
You're not going, okay, I'm gonna friend Uncle Joe, who's like 350 pounds that sits on his couch all day. Like, let me friend Uncle Joe. Uncle Joe's probably not gonna, I mean, I'm not being rude. I'm just saying, like, that is somebody, if I went to their Facebook page, he's got 10 friends. Let me friend request Uncle Joe with 10 friends, and sits on his couch and drinks beer with his hands down his pants. And let me talk to him every day. because he's going to want to thrive. Like, you also have to be intentional, you guys, about who you're friend requesting. What do you look for, Twin, when you're looking to friend request somebody?
So it has to be people that I can really carry on a conversation, and they have to be kind of active too, right? So I just landed on a few people's pages and like they haven't posted since 2017 for one. Another one is like all memes and like just stuff that has no relations to like anything, no relevant to any of his life or something. So I wouldn't bother with that. But yes, I see the moms with the kids or someone that's really active with nice photos, nice filters. Like that doesn't make you or break you. I mean, everyone I think needs Thrive, but that makes it easier, say if they do decide to promote, they are already really active and really know how to use like the Instagram or the functions, right? So yeah, and on top of that, you guys, there are so many ways to slide into people's DMs without being spammy and being like making it sound like you're like a creep or anything. Like, say for instance, if I landed on some girl's page and she posted something motivational, I would just slide in there and be like, oh my god, this spoke to me today, thank you so much for posting this up, can I take it, can I steal it? A lot of people would just screenshot it and post it up, repost it without saying anything. But why would you miss out on the opportunity to talk to someone, right, when you have something to say to them? So yeah.
I think everybody makes it, I think, difficult in our minds. And one of the things for me is like I was never comfortable doing the whole friends of friends things. Of the customer thing I love though. I didn't even think about that. But for me, it was easy to get in Facebook groups because these are things, getting in a group with people that I have things in common with. And I think we're overthinking it, guys. When I say go find a Facebook group, um, I remember in the beginning, I was like, okay, I need to find a Facebook group on vitamins. I need to find another Facebook group about skincare. I need to find a Facebook group where people run. Dude, I was doing all the wrong things. I was in these groups. First of all, I do not run. Second of all, every single person in the vitamin group was already on vitamins. Like, I was like, okay, I'm going about this the wrong way. Then I'm like, okay, it was actually Stacy Weisenberger that's like, you got to get into groups that you have things in common with people outside of Lavelle. Like, they don't have anything to do with Lavelle. Like, you all, I am about to sign this girl that I met in the Housewives of Beverly Hills group. Y'all, I'm addicted. That's my guilty pleasure is the all the housewife shows. Okay, don't judge. That and the Kardashians, y'all. And I went and found Facebook groups, which is a Facebook group for everything. And I made friends with this girl, and I swear to God, she is going to be so good. Like, and we've just been, it started in the group, talking back and forth, banter, and then I friend requested her, and then it was just, me commenting on her timeline when she'd post something and getting in her inbox. And finally, it was her saying to me, I saw your stories today. What's that patch? And that's where it went. I mean, but it was me getting in a group that had nothing to do with health and wellness, but kind of investigating the people in that group. And so one of the tips that I give all the time for TV shows, yes, girl, Tony, do it. Like, it does not have to be that serious. Don't overthink this, guys. And I think when you think outside the box like that, um, you you kind of realize that it doesn't have to be, the more different you can be getting into the group, the better. Like, if we all get into mom groups, well, pretty soon every thriver is going to invade every mom group on Facebook. But if you get into, I'm the mom of a special needs child group that's autistic, now you're narrowing it down, right? If I get into a dog group, but I then specify the breed of that dog, that's narrowing it down, right? So I'm less likely to have other network marketers in that group trying to do the same thing I am, which is make friends, and then hopefully they'll want to know more about what I do. Um, but here's the thing I want you guys to realize is that Facebook groups is not the only place to do this. I mean, people are making friends on LinkedIn, Instagram. Yes, Facebook groups are amazing, and that's where you can't run out. There are so many groups on Facebook, you have no idea that, and it's okay if you were in there with 3 other thrivers. because you're not the same thriver. You're a different person with other different interests than that. But my best tip I can give you guys is when you get into a group, go make an introductory post. This is how I always start adding my new friends every time. And I can work a post for days. And what I mean by an introductory post is when I got into housewives groups, I made a post. I said, "Hey guys, my name's Lisa. Thanks for letting me in the group. I'm so excited to get to know y'all better. I am addicted to the Housewives franchise. The Housewives of Beverly Hills is my favorite. Blah, blah, blah." I just did this little spiel. And then I said, "So tell me, out of all the Housewives franchise, what's your favorite?" So I ended with a question. I always do in every group I get into. I got into a hiking group. I was like, "Tell me what your favorite hike is and where it was at." Like, I always end with a question in those groups because a whole bunch of people want to share. That's why you get into a group, because people want to share their thoughts and opinions and their, preferences and their tips. So all these people started posting, and that's how I met that one girl. And I've met others, but she's just the one right now that I think is gonna bite first. And like, I will keep it going for like a day, because I'll keep going back to that post every couple hours. And just when people comment, I'll comment under their comment, like, "Oh my gosh, really? Yeah, did I like blah, blah, blah." And I'll keep it going, and I keep that post going for a couple days. And then what I end up doing is I end up clicking on all the people that commented. I go to their Facebook page. How many friends do they have? Are they active? Do they post frequently? Do they seem to get a lot of people that comment on their posts? Are they a positive person? Do they look like somebody that at some point in life would want to thrive or join my team? Awesome. Okay. Friend request, right? And when they say to me, "How do I know you?" "Oh, we're in the Housewives cruise together." "Oh, okay, girl." Never once has anybody been like, "How dare you friend me?" No. And then I write their name down in a notebook. And then every day I get up, or a spreadsheet or your phone, however you want to keep track. And I go to their Facebook page and I comment and like and heart. I have like a 3-thing rule. I comment on a post. I comment on a post. I heart a post, and then I try to get in their inbox. Not every day, I don't want to be a creeper, but at least once a week on one of their posts, something that stands out to me that I can get in their inbox, leave a genuine comment, and also ask a question. Like Twin did with the boots. "Oh, where'd you get those boots? Oh my God, I need those." It starts a conversation. But it also kind of makes you stick out to that person, because they're kind of like, "Well, who is this chick that just messaged me?" I do that all the time. If somebody's in my messenger and I don't know who they are, the first thing I do is click on profile. I want to check them out, or check their stories out really quick. And that's where they're going to see, "Oh my gosh, what's that patch thing she's got on? Or what's this, boost stuff she's talking about? Or what's that balance? That's that flat tummy pill. What, and it's, oh, she has kids and she's traveling and, or whatever you're doing." Like, that's where people are going to see it. And it's not that I'm doing one person a day, you guys. It's constant. It's constant. It's like 10 to 20 people I'm adding a day. Some people are 50, 60, 70, 100. Twins like that. Like, she friend requests way more than I do, I think. But I do a certain amount, and then I'm constantly flipping people out. So if I'm noticing after a couple weeks that I'm kind of interacting with somebody, but they're not really interacting back, then I'll probably maybe just unfriend and then add a new, because I want to be able to keep up with people. I want to be able to build a relationship, and I have like a system down. You'll find your system, but there has to be a system. So if every day your to-do list for your business isn't including adding new people, interacting and following up with them, and I don't mean following up with them in a business sense, but following up with them in a building relationship sense, then this is why you're not growing. Now, if you just started doing this, you may not be growing yet. You've got to give it time. Relationships take time to build, right? You don't just become someone's best friend. It's after they get to know, like, and trust you. People buy things from people they know, they like, and they trust. They get to know you, right, in a Facebook group. They get to trust you when you're commenting on their posts and offering support, guidance, help, um, compliments. That's how they get to trust you. And then they get to know, like, trust you, right? They get to like you when you're doing that, and they get to trust you when you've actually offered um, some kind of input to them. Hold on one second. They get to know you, or they get to really trust you when you've offered some kind of input that they can go, wow, oh my God, I went and bought that acne stuff at the store for my daughter, and that really helped her. And that Lisa chick is the one that told me to go get it. Or she's the one that recommended that I try this for my dog's allergies. And that really worked. Well, who is she about? That's when they get to know, like, and trust you. And so those things don't happen overnight. They take some time. So if you're just really starting to dive into building your network now, I always say the seeds you're planting today usually sprout in 90 days. So whatever you're doing now is usually, those are the people that start asking, hey, what's that Thrive stuff in 90 days? Or what do you do for a living in 90 days? You know what I mean? Now it can happen sooner. Absolutely. I've had people ask me like a day after I friend request them, but for most people, it takes time. And you guys have to remember, why do they have commercials? When you're watching a television show, the same commercial 3 times, 4 times in an hour, because they understand that it takes the average consumer 8 to 12 times to see something before they even go, what is it? 8 to 12 times, guys. So even though you think, man, I'm posting in my stories every day, I share my story once a week. Do you know how many people on your Facebook page haven't even seen it? Don't even know what you do yet, because they're not on at that time, and because you haven't been interacting with them. So Facebook is saying, wow, they don't really care about each other. So I'm not going to show either one each other's posts. That's why it's so important that you're interacting. Stacy, are you on? I know Stacy just got done doing the the live event tonight. So I don't know if she got on, but I was going to ask her. She's so good at popping in Facebook groups, and she's one of those people that signs people like the next week. Like, she meets them, signs them the next week. And it's just about how aggressive you're going to be. My take on it right now, guys, honestly, is that it is always a no if you don't ask. If it's still a no after you ask, you're not out anything. It was a no before you asked. But what if it's a yes? And one of the ways I will approach it, especially now during bonus season, I am being more aggressive. After I'm kind of talking to somebody for a day or two, I do get in their inbox and I say, hey, I'm usually not this forward about my business, and it may not be for you at all. But if you know anyone, I always switch it around like that. Like, I'm not pitching you. If you know anyone that needs some extra income right now, or that needs to get healthier, will you send them my way? And sometimes that sparks them to say, well, what is it? What do you do? Or maybe I'm interested. So in my opinion right now, it's about the masses. It's a numbers game. I hate that term. I do. But network marketing is a numbers game. It's about how many people can I get in my life that are some of those people. 1 out of every 100 promoters takes it super serious, right? Like, you guys, everybody on here, let's talk about that really quick. There are 200 people on here, a little bit less. Do you guys realize you are on a team with tens of thousands of promoters? And yet this went out in a bot to everybody under Chas, okay? Not only that, but we put it in every team page, okay? People know that this is happening. 200 people got on, okay? And this is about average every week. Sometimes we might get 300-400. That's usually odd. But about that 200 mark is what you see. And when I scroll through, I see a lot of the same names every week, right? That's how I get to know people on our team and who's doing what. And because I see the same names all the time, you guys have to understand that you are the few that jump into something like this and treat it like a business. And what you're looking for is another person like you, right? Because one more person like you is going to take you to 12K. 2 more people like you will take you to 200K. That's the exciting part of this. Are you going to have to introduce this business and this opportunity to 50 people to find that one? Possibly. Possibly. I'm just being real. So how can you possibly do that if you're not adding to your network? How can you possibly do that if you're not constantly in an inbox sharing something about yourself, or commenting on people's timelines so they're seeing your posts. And if the only interactions you are doing are with either thrivers or people that would never be interested, that is where we're running and hitting those walls, guys, because you may be friend requesting, but are you paying attention to who those friend requests are going to? It's just like when I get the objection from you guys, Elisa, everybody I talk to says it's too expensive. They'll ask me a question, and as soon as they find out the price, they run the other way. You're not in the right network, because the right network is not going to be scared by the price. You weren't. You figured it out. You saw the value. You have to make people see the value. And a lot of people will already see the value depending on the kind of value you're putting on it, depending on who you're friend requesting. We talked about this on the morning Zoom the other day. Prospect up. What is prospecting up? Prospecting up is making sure that you're prospecting people that you think are kind of, I mean, I guess I would say, you know, he, okay, this is the best way to put it. We're in the inboxes. We're sharing Lavelle with people that we're not scared to get a no from. You need to be scared to get that no. You need to be in the inbox of that influencer with 10,000 Facebook friends. You need to be in the inbox of that person that's a lawyer or a doctor or a nurse or the workout person or those are the people that scare you, but they're the people that'll change your business forever. And anybody can. I was a mom, you guys. I was a mom, waitress, barely graduated high school, and it was my why. So who has those deep rooted whys? Go through Facebook pages and look at those people that are, wanting big things, but positive, that, they're complaining that their car just broke down. They're complaining that they hate their commute to work. They complain that they never see their kids. They complain they're tired all the time and don't have energy at the end of the day. It's just as much about posting. So get scared of those no's. Be that person that it frightens you, right? Don't make it easy. You're in the inbox of people that you don't care if you get a no or not, right? But those same people are the ones that don't see the value in this yet. When I got started in this business, I had a network of people that did not want what I had. Guys, they didn't want it. It was my high school group. That's all I pretty much had, or where everybody I went to high school with, my family. And I'm just going to be honest with you, none of them were just the type of people that were ever going to care about what I was doing. They just were not. I knew right away that I needed to go figure out how to build this business outside of who I knew. Because if I just would have stayed stuck there, if I would have had the mentality of, you know what, I'm just going to keep posting, I'm just going to keep praying that one of them bites, I would not be sitting here right now on this Zoom talking to you. I would not have made $1 million in network marketing. It never would have happened. But what I said to myself was, I have got to grow this network. I can't listen to my mom that told me I'm crazy. I can't listen to my sister that wants nothing to do with this. My best friend that once thought my Facebook was hacked when I made a post. I can't let these people bring me down. I've got to get out and I've got to go meet new people. You know what? For me, it was strangers, because they don't hurt my feelings. You know who hurt my feelings? My friends. When they told me no, it hurt my feelings. When they would say you're in one of those scams, it hurt my feelings. When they would, question what I was doing, it hurt my feelings. But a perfect stranger, it didn't hurt my feelings. And so I liked that. I'm like, you know what? I don't know this person. I'm never going to see him again. I'm cool with that. You guys, all these people that you're meeting in Facebook groups, all these people you're friend requesting, you don't know them. And you know how quick it is to hit unfriend if they hurt your feelings? You never met them, unfriend, goodbye, next. Right? So you don't have anything to lose, but you've got to get that mentality and know that it will probably not be your friends and family that bring you to 12K, 40K, 80K, 200K. Now, for some of you, you're going to get lucky as heck and you're going to have the most supportive family and friends, and they're all going to jump in with you. But you guys, I've been doing this for 10 years, and that is very few and far between. The people that make it in this business understand that they've got to start growing their network outside of who they know, and they've got to start doing it as quick as possible. The numbers matter. It is all about the numbers.
So if you are adding one new person a day, it's going to probably take you the full 5 to 7 years to get to where you want to go in this business. Now, if you really start increasing those numbers of who you're adding, that's going to start getting.
Can't hear you.
It only takes 2 people just like you to get to where you want to go. Only 2. Can everybody hear me? Okay, I think everybody can hear me. All right. So I just want to express this because I've had this conversation so much in my inbox this week. And I thought I've got to get on here tonight and really express to everybody how extremely important it is that you are growing your network by the boatloads right now, because that is how you're going to increase your chances of running into your right people. And I don't want to see, here's the deal. I could care less about bonuses. I know y'all are like, bonuses. To me, bonuses are nothing. Bonuses are things that come and go, and it's just that. It's what it's called. It's a bonus. It's on top of, right? Like, if I've been doing network marketing for 10 years and I've never gotten any of these bonuses that they put out in this industry ever. Like, I got VIP 800 and 1600, but that was it. Like, y'all, I didn't get any of these crazy bonuses in my last company or here. So I guess to me, that's why I'm not so centered around them. In fact, bonuses kind of drive me a little crazy because I feel like people get in the mentality of only really working hard when a bonus is announced, and then they kind of don't do anything when there's not a bonus, and they wait for a bonus. And that's teaching this mentality of only work when there's a bonus. But that's why nobody's getting anywhere, because they are only excited and working when there's big bonuses like this. And the problem with that is that when there's not a big bonus, they're not excited or working. And so when the big bonus comes, there's nobody there. There's nothing happening. Nobody in their network is built. They haven't built a network, first of all, because they haven't been doing the right actions every day, the consistency that it takes to build a business. But they also don't have people that trust them, because they're like, wait, all of a sudden this person's excited and doing this again. Oh, I didn't even know they still did that. Like, bonuses drive me nuts. Like, I wish they'd never had another bonus again. Some of you guys are like, shut up, Lisa, I just got one of those. I'm super happy for those of you guys that get them. But at the end of the day, a bonus didn't get me to $1 million in network marketing. And I'm not sitting here crying right now that I've missed bonuses. Y'all know that when I joined Lavelle in 2017, I went 200K. The next month, they announced that if I would go 200K, I would get a $200,000 bonus. I missed that bonus because I went 200K too fast. Do you know how irritating that was? But then I thought, you know what, Lisa? You've been doing this now for this many years, never a bonus, and look what you've accomplished. And it's because you've been consistent, and it's because you have not built your business around bonuses, on bonuses. You built your business solely based on what's already there. And you guys, I left a company 4 years ago to come to Lavelle. And in that company, I was making $20,000 a month. And I left that to come to Lavelle, to the unknown, because I knew I was going to be able to help more of you guys make money. And I left to come to Lavelle because it had the best comp plan that I had ever seen without bonuses. So why would you guys not run every day like they just announced these bonuses? Why would you not run every day to have the outcome that I've gotten, that Twins gotten, that Stephanie Grachek's gotten, that Jamie Peck has gotten, that Amanda Arnett's gotten, that Brittany Strike's gotten, that Stacy Weisenberger's gotten, that, like, can I keep going with names? There's so many, I can't even stop. Like, all of us have gotten to this place, and so many of you on here that I didn't mention, of 12K, 40K, 80K, where it's making a huge difference in your life, and it had nothing to do with a bonus. It had to do with your pure determination to stay consistent, and you've held it because you've stayed consistent. bonus or no bonus. So, you know, I'm happy these are here, and I hope by the end of April, some of you grab these bonuses. Heck yes, I want that for you. But if you don't, and most of you won't, because they are not easy to do, right? Most businesses take time to build. And for so many of you, when they came out with these bonuses, do you know what you said? Oh my gosh, this is crazy. I have to run after this. And you just started getting consistent for the first time ever. It was these bonuses that got you excited. And you just started for the first time in maybe a year, and maybe 2 years, and maybe 3 years getting consistent. You can't expect to jump in after being, you know, kind of doing this some days, not doing it some days. You can't expect to just jump in because you got inspired by a bonus and expect it to happen by April. But here's what I do know. What I do know is that if these bonuses, stop barking. What I do know, if these bonuses are the things, if this is what got you, it woke your butts up and got you excited, holy cow, that's amazing. Now you know what is possible. Now you know what this business can offer you. And guess what I know? I've been in Lavelle for 4 years, and they brought these bonuses back a second time. Do you not think they're going to bring it back a third time, a fourth time, a sixth time? Because one of these times is going to be your time to grab it. If you stay consistent, if you don't get to April and you don't get one of these bonuses, what I hope you don't do is go, I didn't get a bonus, so I'm going to not do anything again. I hope what you understand is that next year you're going to get it when they bring them back, and it might be bigger. I hope you stay consistent now, and consistency is adding to your network every day. I hope you guys understand how important it is. I hope you understand it's the roadblock that most of you guys have hit. I hope that you are taking every spare second you have, and you're adding new people, and you're building relationships, keeping track. And I hope you are not spending all your time with thrivers because they're already in the system. I just hope, because I know that that's where you guys are stuck. And I can't sit at your houses and make you friend request 20 new people a day. I can't sit at your houses and I can't make sure you're following up with those 20 people and building relationships. I can't make sure you're spending all the time that you have that you're doing for your business in groups, meeting new people, or doing expos and events, or on Instagram adding new. I can't make you do those things. But I bet if you guys, and I don't know if you're doing those things, you could tell me you were, but I bet you guys, if you looked in the mirror and you were completely honest with yourself, most of you that say you work this business every day but are not signing anyone, I bet you will have to admit to yourselves that you're not adding people and you're not building the relationships like you should be. One a day is not going to cut it. Okay. It's just not. And every other week, adding new people isn't going to cut it either. And adding new people and then not interacting with them is not going to cut it either. There is a system to this. You guys, if you need to watch a video on it, we have several. We talk about how to get into groups, how to make the open-ended question, how to start adding to your network, how to keep track of those people. One of my favorite algorithm hacks of all time, you guys, the 2 tips I want to leave you with tonight that work every time. If you want to shake up your Facebook page and shake up your algorithm, start with your A's, click on your friends list, start with your A's, and go start interacting with every single person that's not a thriver yet. Do that every day. Go to B's tomorrow, C's the next day, D's the next day, and then start back over at your A's. It will keep your algorithm on its feet, and you'll always be interacting with people that aren't thrivers. The second tip I want to give you that is, this is another game changer, Bonita, is power pushes before you post. Before you're going to put something awesome in your stories or make a Facebook post, do a 30-minute power push. Go to anybody that you're networking right now, anybody you're prospecting, people you just added from the group yesterday, or go to your A's, whatever you got to do, and go interact for 30 minutes with a bunch of non-thrivers. You know how like in Messenger, it will tell you the people that are on Facebook right now? Go click on everybody that's on Facebook right now that's not a thriver. Go to their Facebook page, comment on a post, heart a post, like a post, and then 30 minutes after that, go make your post about Lavelle. Getting ready for bed with a picture of rest in your hand, squeezing it into your mouth. Thank God for this gel stuff. It gives me the best night's sleep I've ever had, and my teenage girls. And that's all I would post. Not join my team, not buy my product, just to post something similar, something, take something, whatever, or your 3 steps on your nightstand. I cannot wait to get up in the morning to take these 3 steps and have the best day ever. It could be anything. But make sure you do your power push for 30 minutes to an hour before that with anybody active on Facebook at that time. And guess what's going to happen? The post you just made is going to pop up in their feed and they're going to see it. And they may not say anything to you today, and they may not say anything to you tomorrow, and they may never like or comment on any of your posts and ever be in your inbox. But one day, after that 8th to 12th time of seeing it, just like a commercial, they are going to go, what is that? I need to know. I've got to ask her. You guys know, in the last 10 years, every promoter I've ever signed through social media, I didn't even know they were watching me. Everyone. They never liked any posts. They were never in my inbox. And do you know when I asked them, I didn't even know you liked, you've never liked anything. I didn't even know you were watching me. Oh, I've been watching you. I've been seeing it. They just don't want to comment, guys, because they're scared the second they comment, now you're going to be all over their ass. They're afraid you're going to be in their inbox every day. People don't want to know. Like, you are going to have no clue that these people even are looking at you. It's like the commercial. You know, the other night I was watching TV, and I swear they had a Burger King commercial 3 times in a row. And the first time I was like, oh, it's Burger King. Second time I was like, that looks good. Third times I'm like, we need to get in the car and go get me a Whopper. Like, y'all, this is how life works. This is how it works. All right, I've taken up enough of your time. I appreciate you guys. I hope that you are spending all of your time building your network. For the next 6 months, it's going to be crucial, because Lavelle doesn't slow down. If y'all know anything about this business, our summers are amazing. And if you guys go from now until June and build the heck out of your network, bonuses or no bonuses, I can promise you guys. Sorry, you guys, somebody just came in my house and my dogs go nuts. Stop. What is that?
We went to the coffee shop and we stayed late enough, so they gave us all the extra like cheesecake bites that they have. So I wanted to give them to you.
Aw,
We
look
have,
at
like-
everybody say hi to my daughter.
I look ugly right now.
You do not.
Okay, but I got.
She said she wanted to give me cheesecake bites from the bar, wait, huh?
But I have like 4 extra boxes, so if they're good, then
Who went to the coffee shop?
we went like 3 people stood, and then we stayed for frozen. They were like, "You want these? You want these?" So we just took them.
Thank you. You're trying to make me fat. So I hope you guys build your network. I hope that you are killing it, because I promise you, I was looking at my back office, and March and April are big months, but man, June, July, and August are big months too. So build your network, and whether you get bonuses or don't get bonuses, guys, holy cow, you're going to be so set up. You're going to be set up. Build your network every day. That's all I want you guys thinking about. That's all I want you guys doing. I don't want you wasting your time on all this other nonsense. Every spare second you have needs to be building your network. And I promise you're going to start seeing results. I promise you. Like, will you guys trust me? For 1 month, every day, add 20 people a day for 1 month and interact with those people every day. See what happens to your business. See if you don't get a new customer or promoter out of it. I promise that you will. But how many of you have actually done that? For real, the right way, consistently. That's what you have to ask yourself. Okay, thanks, guys. Love you. Happy Thursday. We'll see you guys next week. Love you all. Have a good one. I'm about to go eat my fattening cheesecake bites. Don't bring me normal food. Bring me fattening cheesecake bites, right? Okay. Love you guys. Have a good one.